Water plays a very, very important role in our culture because we find water to be a cleanser. It's a way of purifying ourselves. And what happens is when we start a process or start a particular ritual or a day or an offering to a deity, it starts off with water, and this water is offered to the gods or the goddesses, and it comes back to us, and we intake this water, and that in itself is a cleansing process within us. So water definitely kind of plays a very, very significant role in all of our lives.
We use water in a variety of rituals, ranging from when a person either becomes Jewish or on regular occasions. There's water purification rites called mikvah, which comes from the word for a well of living water. Water is used, the most common, most famous Jewish event of the year is the Passover Seder. And at Passover, there's a special ceremony where you wash your hands at the beginning of the ceremony.
Daily, when Muslims all over the world say their prayers 5 or more times a day, they make what's called wudu, or they take a bath, which is, wudu is a shortened, it's like a quick wash up. You wash your, each hand 3 times, you wash out your mouth 3 times, you wash your face 3 times, you wash your nose out 3 times.
We believe in the process of baptism with babies to adults, that it is God's claim on us first and foremost. Not our claim or our desire, but God's love for us first.
Water brings a lot of us together. An example is the river Ganges, a very sacred river for all of us in India. It's known that a person who has either sinned or, for that matter, who wants to purify himself even more than what he or she wants to, can take a dip in this water. And that is one particular day in the year when all the people would come together and take this holy dip in this river Ganges, so as to cleanse their own sins and to pray that their lives are far more peaceful.
There's a good thing going on with water, which is that Israel doesn't have enough water. Pretty much nobody in the Middle East does, and they have to import it from somewhere. And given that they're surrounded by Arab countries, it's really hard to find someone who will sell them water. And Turkey actually sells water to Israel, which forms a real bond between Israel as a democratic republic and Turkey. And despite the fact that the majority of people in Turkey are Muslim and the majority of people in Israel are Jewish, they've been able to kind of get past that and work together.
But water, like every other resource on the planet, has been used against Muslims in the present time anyway. They're cut off from water supplies. Their water supplies are taken over by other people. So sometimes it brings on the absence of peace.
Water is crucial for life. It's crucial for people, it's crucial for cattle, it's crucial for crops, it's crucial for the food that we eat and drink. So clean water is absolutely crucial. Peace is when everybody has what they need. They have shelter, they have food, they have water. Water is just key to this earth and this life as God created us.
We use water to represent the life itself, where if you go to a Hindu temple, the priest would actually take a small vessel, a pot, and he would actually imbibe the god's life in it in the form of water, water signifying blood. So that water is poured into this vessel. There is a couple of threads that goes around these vessels which signify the nerves. You take a coconut and you put the coconut on top of it, and that way you actually imbibe life into that particular form, and you request God to come from heaven and come in that form into the vessel, and then you offer your services and your prayers.
Pretty much everything that we do has something, some aspect of water associated with it. I mean, everything from birth to death. There's a society called the Chevra Kadisha, which comes from the word for a group of a holy society, which cleanses bodies before they're buried, rather than just have that done by someone. It's a group of volunteers who come and wash the body before and purify it before it's buried. So from death to birth, water becomes a significant ritual.
There is some tradition in the process of the Hajj, as I said to you before. The wells that sprung forth when Hagar and Ishmael were lost in the desert, were alone in the desert, are called the wells of Zamzam. And so when a person goes to make the Hajj, they visit the wells of Zamzam, and if they have a water bottle with them, they capture some of the water from the well. And people have their cultural, I don't even like to say the word superstition, but cultural ideas that that's blessed water because this comes from that well that came from nowhere to give life to Hagar and Ishmael when they were alone in the desert.